Alright, hello everyone, it is silverkyle, and today I am going to be reviewing Savage Avengers City of Sickles trade paperback, and this is the first volume in this series. It came out in, I believe it was the fall of 2019. I finally got a chance to check it out. So this includes Savage Avengers 1 to 5, along with material from Free Comic Book Day 2019 Avengers Savage Avengers number 1. It retails for $15.99 in the US, $20.99 in Canada, and it does have a parental advisory because this is a much more mature themed comic book that you would usually get from Marvel. Now, I have not read Uncanny X-Force, but I feel that this would be somewhat in the same vein of that, where you have a bunch of really badass assassins working together to kind of do, in Uncanny X-Force, from what I gather, to go on these really hardcore missions. And in this, you have these crazy assassins that are all brought together because of a character from the Conan the Barbarian timeline being transported over into the Earth 616, where he's trying to resurrect this really ancient evil to destroy the world kind of thing. And what they need to do to get that is take the blood from and sacrifice these people that have the most kills. So the more kills that a person has, their blood is worth much more. So they want the blood of the people that have killed the most on Earth. So Wolverine, Conan obviously is not necessarily from 616, but he's in there at the moment. Elektra, Punisher, these are the main ones, and that's how they all kind of got intertwined in this. Venom is also there, and along with Voodoo as well. So I really liked this. This was my first introduction to Conan. I had never seen him before, and I wasn't really that excited to hear about him. But his interactions with Wolverine, I thought, was a perfect way to start this series. I did feel a little bit that the Punisher wasn't necessarily used as best as he could have been, along with Venom. Like those were the characters that didn't shine as much. But you do get a lot from Wolverine and Conan. Elektra had quite a few cool moments as well that I liked, and Voodoo had some cool stuff too. So, in short, without going into spoilers, which I will do in a second, I think that if you are a fan of any of these characters, you like a more mature comic, you like this artwork, which I find I really dug it. I like the colors as well. I thought that the colors did a great job for this. It just feels very, very like I can't. This is perfect for this kind of a mature comic. I can't ask for more than this. It's the battles are great. I really enjoy this. So I definitely say that this is worth checking out. And now I'm going to go into a few spoilers for this book here. So writer is Jerry Duggan. Artist is Mike Deodato Jr. Frank Martin as the color artist. VC's Travis Lanham as the letterer. And David Finch and Frank Darmada as the cover art. I might have butchered some of those names. I am sorry. So it starts off with Wolverine, and he with the along with the Hand, and one of his friends has been captured. So who also has in his possession a symbiote. I thought that this was Venom, but it wasn't, because this is like a symbiote that's like thousands of years old or something like that. Elektra is here, and for me though, what I loved the most about this book was the inclusion of Conan taking on the Red Hand, and then eventually his battle with Wolverine is... I thoroughly enjoyed that. And what happens is that later on, they kind of have this mutual respect for each other, because Conan hates anybody that has powers. So Voodoo, with his wizardry, he doesn't necessarily trust him, but he likes Wolverine, and he's so confused with how he can get the claws out of his hands, and he wants to find out how Wolverine has them, and he's gonna get those like hand daggers or something. I very much enjoyed it. Like I was saying though, a Punisher I felt didn't necessarily have a lot to do in this book. They were like they just didn't use enough of his character to make things interesting. Because they say that they've stolen his family's coffins, and that makes sense. That would piss him off. We all know how the Punisher cares about his family, and if you mess with that, obviously he would be very upset. But it was very one-dimensional, and when we didn't get enough time to see how angry, I guess, he necessarily was. So I wanted a little bit more of that. But on the whole, I freaking loved this book. I cannot wait to get volume 2. And also, Venom only shows up at the end. There is another symbiote that's present until the very end, but I think Venom only shows up in issue 5, I believe. Maybe at the very end of issue 4. Either way, though, I can't wait to see more of this, and I definitely recommend it. One of the best comic books that I've read in a long time, actually. So, thank you all for watching. You have been bearded in. Beardage!